Alright, so, hopefully I should have enough storage in order to keep recording these. So, where I left off. Well, I don't remember. Well, I'm gonna pick up where I want to pick up, which would be, I think, I don't know where that screw went. Can I do anything with the screw? Oh, that's really weird. Where did that screw go? Alright, well, so, time to, oh, well the screws, my screwdriver, how very convenient. This actually decides to might have the wrong screws for this. That's kind of annoying. Might have the wrong screws, which would, I guess, make sense. I'm sure I have to use these screws. Oops. Now that this has like a ton of Loctite in there. Alright. So, about stuff we're talking about. Well, about stuff that I'm talking about. I don't entirely know what to talk about. And I already, I guess, discussed what was going on about my RCs and stuff in the last episode. Oh, by the way, if you don't know what is happening, then go visit the channel, or go visit, well, the channel, I guess, and see the video, what's going to be happening in the next few days, the new project. I think that's the title anyway. It describes all about what's happening with this particular car. If you haven't already seen that, go watch it. So, is that another Amazon box? So, what I already have progress-wise on this car is now I am mounting the top part of the chassis, and I already have the back transmission part of it, as well as the front diff housing, but no front differential or belt, because I guess I want to make this two-wheel drive, and I have the parts to make it four-wheel drive, but once those come in, then I'll actually figure out what's wrong with the differential and put it in here and make it hopefully work. Yeah, hopefully I'll I don't think that's supposed to be like that. I think I mounted this wrong. Luckily the Loctite hasn't dried yet. I don't know how long it takes to dry. I should probably actually look at that. So, now I need to have the A-arm, or upper control arm mount above the upper part of the chassis. Also, in the video describing what's going to be happening with this car, I mentioned that I was going to use the instructions. So far, I haven't used the instructions for very much of this car. That is largely because it's actually a fairly simple car that I have taken apart to, well, rebuild it. So, what's the point on looking at the instructions when I already know mostly how it goes together, and already have the parts organized to put it back together. So, no, I have not used the instructions for this particular build series. Not like the instructions are going to tell me much different things than I already know about the car. That looks about right. Now I need to put these 4 little screws to mount some of the something. I don't remember what these go into. Well, there's 2 long screws. I'm going to assume these go in... No. Well, I guess that would make sense for these to go through here. I guess I wasn't thinking all that much. But first I have to Loctite them. Alright, that goes in there, and that means that should work. Well, should. Or at least should be mounted and able to be work. Whatever. Alright, that's those mounted. Now I have to do the other screws that... Oops. So, I just looked at the clock and realized that it was almost 1:36. This build has taken over 2 hours, which actually shouldn't be that surprising because, well, I'm building a car. I'm not setting it up or anything. I'm literally building it from, well, the parts that were left over from when I, well, disassembled it. So... I really should get an electric screwdriver because this is actually starting to get tiring. Because I'm not used to really doing this that often. Other than when I was in the Nerf hobby and, well, I still am, but when I had to take apart blasters, that took quite a while. Also, my arm is like really far up in the air just to use this gigantic screwdriver. Hi, kitty cat. How's it going? Oh, that's right. You don't really like being around me. So, this entire top plate has been mounted. So, I guess I'll start with putting on the upper control arms. Actually, I should probably put the lower ones on first. So, excuse me. Well, I have the pins. Now I need to mount the control arms. Not that I remember which ones go on what side. Well, I'm assuming this goes like this, and it goes on this side. So... Oh. Well, that's kind of annoying. I'll have to take out some of the screws to get the front bumper out of the way. And hopefully not scrape out the screw in the process. Also, hi K-Cat again. Alright. Yeah, now I can actually mount. Now I can put these together. Alright, that's should be Loctited. I don't know how specifically, but yeah, I don't actually know how that's going to be Loctited. So, I'm just going to go with, I'm not going to Loctite it. Alright, that is how that's supposed to look. So, hold on. Well, that was eventful. So, now I guess I'll put together all of this. Which this would be the wrong side, so I'd have to put this over here. But first I need the shims. How's the instructions? First time I'm actually looking at the instructions. Well, not the first time, but one of the first times. Alright, they want 2 shims behind it. So that would look like... Oops. Alright. It'd be... there. Alright. Last shim. I think that's what these are called anyway. There. that looks about right. Now the other side I have tuned differently because I plan to have this kind of set up for oval track racing, but I'm not entirely sure about that. So, seeing as though I don't need to worry about any, what is those? I don't need to worry about any bearings, I'll just put those back in the container. And then I need Allen wrenches for this particular part. Actually, I need the front outputs anyway to put the tires on. Where did the U-joint tool go? Given that this entire workbench is, well, table is a huge mess, I just figured out how these things are actually supposed to work. As they don't work. Alright, so, yeah, that's fairly simple. I'll put these where they're supposed to go. Oh, now I have both outputs. Now I can put these into the steering knuckles. Which means I also need the grease. Times, 17 minutes. Well, I'm gonna continue this next time.